Hello and welcome back to another interior design video, designing a block of flats. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. My name is Ashley and I'm a disabled New Zealand YouTuber looking to educate and spread awareness on disability, while also talking about and giving advice on fashion, beauty, interior design and disability. And in today's video I'm going to be designing a block of flats. I've done tons of other things in this series, I will link it down below for you, but I've done houses, apartments, my dream home, all sorts of stuff, so go and check that out if you haven't yet, and let's just get into the build. In this video, I'm going to be designing the first flat. I'm just doing the entranceway right now as you walk into the flat itself. For my block of flats, I wanted to do them all a little bit differently but still have a very similar look. This is more like flats you would see in the city where they're all close together with little fences separating them or things like that. I just think that that is a very classic style nowadays. You see all of the houses kind of close together. You have like 4 houses under the same driveway or things like that. So that's kind of what I'm doing. It's a little bit different where they all kind of have their own little entrances, but they're all kind of connected or very close together, and they're mostly just like rentals or things like that. Working on the kitchen, I just kind of wanted to do a similar style to my dream home and to the luxury apartment, just something that is pretty simple but still very nice, especially for rentals. Usually they're not too well thought out, but I just wanted to make it feel very homey, like someone was living here. So I just did a simple kitchen with a nice clean layout, but used things that kind of make it feel very simple, like someone with not a lot of money lives here, but it's still very nice. For this first flat, I wanted to create something that had a modern touch, but was still kind of rustic, something that was very clean, but also had kind of an old feel to it, especially if someone is renting. If you don't have a lot of money, then you're not going to spend it on expensive furniture. You're going to find stuff that's nice, but not too expensive, so it still looks good in the space, but you didn't spend a lot of money on it. Whether you are someone who bought a place and are renting it out and have already furnished it, you're not going to spend a lot of money on that furniture, or someone who has rented a place and they don't have a lot of money to spend on furniture. Either way, you're going to make it look nice with the furniture you can buy, and even if the furniture itself isn't great, you're going to make it look nice with how you style it and how you place it, and so that's kind of what I've gone for here. All flats look a little bit different. Sometimes they're funny shapes, or sometimes they're a bit older and run down. A lot of them will have big living rooms or big kitchens sometimes, depending on how they're laid out or styled. Sometimes they'll be very small, sometimes they'll be a little bit bigger. For this one, I wanted to make it kind of the one that stands out amongst the others, the one that's probably a bit more expensive. It's got things that are kind of updated or changed to it to make it feel more modern, like someone has redone the carpet or things like that. For the living room, I wanted something that felt very modern in comparison to the kitchen that kind of had more of a rustic style. When it came to the living room, I wanted to give it more of a modern feel, updating it a little bit in comparison to the kitchen. Maybe it had more work done, like repainting and recarpeting or things like that. Maybe it was changed or altered slightly, and maybe they spent more money on the furniture, I don't know, but it just had more of a modern feel in comparison to the kitchen that felt more rustic and run down, while still beautiful, just in a different way. When deciding to build a block of flats, I wanted to keep it very simple, having them all kind of look the same on the outside, but have different elements inside. Some of them were more modern, with different elements changed to them to make them feel more updated, whereas others had more of a classic or rustic look, kind of not changing too much. That's kind of what I wanted to go for, having them all kind of look the same, but be very different inside. When designing my flats, I wanted them to have a cohesive look on the outside, kind of all blending together, but be different on the inside. I wanted this one to have more of a modern touch, where it has some elements of modern design blended into it, things that have been updated or changed while still keeping that classic old vintage look. Right here, I'm just adding in a walkway up to the front door, as well as a little grass area as well. For the living room, I wanted it to have kind of a modern look with more of an updated fireplace and a TV and just a really nice kind of modern feel to it. For the bathroom, I wanted it to look a little bit more classic and kind of old school, but with modern elements. So everything is updated and nice, but it kind of has a classic look to it, where it kind of feels a little bit old-fashioned, but in a modern way. I wanted the downstairs bathroom to just kind of feel very nice and clean when you walk into it. It can be used by anyone, and it's just that extra bathroom for any visitors or guests. So it has a bath in it and a shower, as well as a toilet and a sink. So it's all ready to go for whoever wants to use it. And I think I've done a really nice job with the first part of the house. Stay tuned for part 2, where I design the top part of the house as well as the rest of the flats. Thank you so much for watching another interior design build. If you enjoyed it, then don't forget to smash it a big thumbs up. Share this video with your friends if you liked it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!